Scott Squirt and Emily the Embellisher bringing you yet another mediocre ski podcast, where we not only welcome you into our ski fam, but we bring the ski fam experience to you.
A fun, laid-back, and informational approach to the ski and snowboard community that you're going to love, whether you've skied once, twice, or are the best skier on the mountain. But don't get too excited, we're still better than you.
Whether you're on the early morning drive, carving up your favorite trail, or about to send it off a gnarly jump, listen in for some fast facts and a possible laugh. So friends, lower that chairlift bar, keep your tips up, and get ready for some ski speak.
Well, hello, Ski Fam. Welcome in for episode 5 of Ski Speak. We're in the season of love with Valentine's Day right around the corner, so we wanted to tell you all of the things that we love about skiing.
Like cold feet,
Numb, tingly hands,
a T-bar between your legs,
Sexy, goggled hands.
wet, freezing, cold snow in your pants.
the smell of waffle cabin,
Bending over, strapping into your bindings, and then getting a fucking skier's pull up your butt.
and we're your late night hosts. I'm hot, brown, honey,
And I'm big
so big.
air archer.
And this is tardigrade. A name that is not sexy.
Anyway.
Welcome in, Ski Fam, and thanks for bearing with us. We just really wanted to bring you a little bit of romance to start our 5th episode, talking about all of the things we love about skiing.
We gotta show the sensual side of the sport, right?
Yes, all those pulls up your butt.
So sensual.
Doesn't get more sensual than that. So, why do you guys like skiing?
I love being on the mountain. It's so freeing. You feel alive going down the mountain. There's just some different aspect to it than going for a run, that cold air on your face, like falling into fresh powder. Oh my God, that's so much fun.
Man, you're getting sensual again in
Yeah.
your description. I like it.
It's okay, you can move on from it.
PBRs.
Was not sure where you were going with that at first.
Me neither. I was like, what are you going to say? Peeing on the chairlift? Like,
I mean, I share a lot of that. I'm a speed demon, so the feeling of flying down a mountain, skis pointed straight down, just that rush, that to me, that's one of the biggest things that I love about skiing.
yeah, that sense of accomplishment after doing like a really challenging trail, like going through the trees at Park City. I think just that exhilarating feeling of knowing that you just challenged yourself and you were successful and had a blast doing it is just something you can never capture in any other sport, especially that I've done.
Because it all happens so fast in the trees, right? You're dodging trees, trying to find the line that you want to take. And I know I've fallen a bunch of times because there's unexpected jumps or unexpected obstacles in the trees. But
Or
that's
you
what
just
makes
suck.
it so much more fun. Well, or I just suck. But I think that component, that challenge, like you said, makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so many aspects that are fun. The straight, easy groomer, fun to go fast. The technical trees, the jumps where you...
Big air.
the big air jumps.
How is that not the first thing I say?
Yeah, come on, Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my stomach, even for like an inch, does this little like, it gets like tight, you know, it does the butterflies and stuff. Even with an
Well,
inch
you
off
wouldn't
the
know
ground.
anything more than an inch, so.
This is true.
Ouch.
No, that was... Oh, God, no. We're done with the sensual part of the episode, Doctor. My goodness.
I thought you were making fun of me.
No.
Oh.
I meant she doesn't get much more big air than an inch. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry.
So switching gears.
I also really love chatting on chairlifts. when you're on the lift, it's just really easy to talk to somebody about, how the conditions are. Oh, what's your favorite run today? Where they're from, like getting to know people for that 3-minute experience and then never seeing them again. It's like, a very big ski fam where you don't even need to know anyone, but you're all part of the same community, the same culture, the same
family.
Even if you're completely out there for different reasons.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
You're all out in the freezing cold. At the very minimum, that's what you have in common. Regardless of what you're there for, you're all doing something that you love and that you want to be having that fresh air in your face, that cold winter smell that is just so amazing, especially in New England. In winter, it definitely adds something that I can look forward to. For me, I'm finding that my winters are when I'm super busy and constantly wanting to go to different mountains, try new trails, whatever it is. There's always something new to uncover, whether it's the conditions, a new line, going in the glades and creating a new path. There's just endless opportunities, and not to mention the incredible views.
There's something that's incredible for that moment when you get off the chairlift at the peak and you just look around for a second. Like, if you don't absolutely love that view and love that moment, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, it just makes you feel so lucky and also so small at the same time. Like, I just remember like being at the top of a mountain and being like, oh wow, I'm pretty small in this big, huge world we live in. The vastness of it all.
I remember the first time I was in Park City, and even a little bit this last time we were there too, when we skied canyons. It was a beautiful, clear day, and there's so many trails, crews and groomers, where you just see the view the whole way down, and you're one with the mountain. It's really great.
Yeah. So what got you guys into skiing or snowboarding?
Yeah, we keep saying skiing, but, Tardif, we mean snowboarding too. It's okay.
Yeah.
Rocket Power, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Extreme sports.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely used to watch it on TV all the time. Like, I look forward more to the Winter Olympics for a number of reasons. Mostly, like, hockey kind of brings me in personally. And then, oh, hey, there's snowboarding on. Oh, wow, that guy is nasty, just doing a double McCork twist with a
9,000.
7. Yeah. Backside 9.
Nose grab.
Yeah. Like, they're so good. And this was being a lot younger, and I never really had an interest to go out when I was younger. I just found it something interesting to watch. But then I got older, and I was like, oh, actually, I have a lot of friends that ski. And once you have that friend support ski system, just starting off,
yeah,
when you're making that in the East Coast, when you're living in like Connecticut or Massachusetts or something, and you have to drive 2 hours to get to a relatively small mountain, it's kind of nice to go with a couple of friends. It's just so much fun being with friends. And
what's really cool to me is that both of you started relatively late. And that's why I was curious what brought you into the sport. Because for me, my mom skied when she was my age, and she sent me onto a bus with the Mass Ski Club. There was a bunch of kids on the bus, and we went up for a day trip to Waterville Valley or Cranmore or Loon or whatever it was. And we would be gone for the entire day. And then I'm astonished that my mom would let me do this, but it's the best thing. And I'm so happy she did, because I now have this thing that not only bonds us and that I'm able to do with friends, and it creates this community, but it also makes the winters fly by, as I was saying earlier. So Scott, like, what made you start skiing?
Kind of like Tardif was saying, and you've also touched on Emily, the Friends is exactly how I got into it. I had also watched it on TV. We just talked about the X Games last episode. Wasn't willing to get into anything like that. And honestly, this is a confession for the ski fam, so sit down if you're not already sitting. The first time I ever got on a mountain was on a snowboard.
What?
I don't think I knew that.
Oh, you guys didn't know the story either.
No.
Yeah, so I have been on a snowboard once in my life, and it was absolutely terrible. It was with all my friends from high school, like Doug, Russell, Charlie, Paul. We all went out freshman year of college, the first winter in college. We went to a mountain that you can ski at night here in Jersey, and all got on snowboards, and thought we were going to be the cool people, because snowboarders are the extreme cool guys.
I can't see you as a snowboarder.
The second we tried to just get off the lift, all 4 or 5 of us just fell down immediately. Like, it was so bad. I think I pulled Paul over. Oh, it was miserable. So never went again after that, until I went up to Dartmouth in New Hampshire. A lot of my friends up there, they all skied. So they said, hey, you got to come ski. You got to come try it. And I said, well, I had this experience, but skiing's different. Okay, let's try it. So I went out to Dartmouth Skiway because they have their own mountain. And we rented me some skis and I tried it out. And I also hated it. I also hated skiing the first time I went because it was ice, which is not a surprise. And I didn't like that my feet weren't together and I couldn't stand that. And it was driving me crazy that they were going in different directions.
Pizza.
Yeah. And I kept losing my skis. So the bindings, the release wasn't set right. And then after that experience, I went to Killington and actually got a better pair of skis, tried some better trails, better conditions, and I actually ended up really liking it. And then the rest of that winter was just me, building up this amazing skill set that I have today of not falling all of the time.
Yeah, I think I started also around 5 years ago, and it was pure ice that year. I don't know why I stuck with it. I really hurt my knees and my tailbone on a snowboard catching edges all the time. And what a dumb concept going down a mountain of ice. But we stuck with it for some reason. It's just fun.
I remember at one point my skis fell off and I was just sliding down the mountain in just my boots. And my friends were at the bottom waiting for me, and they were like, "We've never seen someone ski without skis before." But apparently I did it, so I had some crazy skills at that point. That's new X Games event should be that or something.
I had one time where I had the old, oh my God, they were hand-me-down gear, and they would have only one strap in the back of the boot, so they were really old school. And I don't know what happened, but I fell, and my boot fell off with my ski. So my boot and my ski were attached.
Your whole boot came off your foot?
Went straight down the mountain.
Whoa.
I had to ski down on one foot. It was awful.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. I have so many crazy stories from when I was a kid. I'm surprised that I actually stuck with it.
Yeah, I think we all kind of black out those bad memories and just, I don't know. It's the fun that always shines through. It's a unique sport. And kind of as I was saying before, chatting on chairlifts is something that I really love doing. This is Valentine's Day. Emily and I figured we would share our story of how we met on a chairlift, which we alluded to in one of the episodes, and then,
Many
Scott
moons
rudely
ago.
cut us off.
I was going to do that again just now, so now you ruined that. But no, I think it's time that the Ski Fam actually gets to hear the story of how you guys met and how that all happened.
I guess I'll start with my day. I was supposed to go to Killington with some friends on Sunday. Both of them canceled. And it was only a 2-hour drive up to Okemo. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go by myself on Saturday. I've never done this before, but I'm just going to go up, backpack of beer, drink, and practice riding switch. Who cares if I don't have friends? I'll talk to people on the lifts. I'll just do my own thing. Get there at 8 a.m. I am drunk by 10 a.m., I think, approximately.
Not surprising.
Not surprised at all.
I think I had a couple PBRs, a treehouse, and I had half of my flask at that point.
Solid.
So around 1 o'clock or so, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do another run or two and then just head home. I'm here by myself. It's on my ski pass. 1:30 is good enough for me. So I get into the singles line at the Sunburst 6. So that's their main lift that goes up to the top of the mountain. And that's when this girl rudely bumps into me.
I wouldn't say rudely, but yes,
Aggressively.
And I was up for the weekend with my mom. So we do a girls' weekend trip, probably twice a season. And, before meeting Tardif. Poor mom. But anyway, so we were on the mountain and she ended up getting cut off by a snowboarder. Fell down and tore the ligament in her thumb.
Also not surprising that it was a snowboarder.
I know. And my mom's pretty
Maybe it was
tough.
me. Who knows?
Maybe.
That would have been incredible.
Oh my God, maybe it was. Too bad they don't have cameras. No. But anyway. So yeah, it was a whole thing. I was a little bit faster than my mom at this point. So I waited for halfway down the trail and waited for 10 minutes. Eventually she comes down clutching her thumb and she was just oh my gosh, I'm hurt. And I was all right, we're going to go find ski patrol. So she ends up taking the toboggan down. We figured it was a good experience and a good story at this point.
I was going to say, I would do that if I ever had the chance.
Yeah, exactly. We were she could ski down, but we'll do the toboggan.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But anyway, so we ended up spending a couple of hours in first aid. So it's around 12:31. I'm antsy AF. I'm just like, okay, Mom, you're all set. I'm going to leave you here, have some lunch. I'm going to go do 2 or 3 runs just to get the most out of our day pass. And I'll see you in a little bit. So I leave Mom at the lodge and I go to the Sunburst 6, and it tells you to double up, make the singles line double. And I pulled up next to this snowboarder. You kind of like looked at me like, what are you doing here? Why are you sitting next to me? So anyway, so we get on the chairlift and we just ended up chatting. I remember talking about traveling, and you told me about your trip to Egypt. And
that was the second run. The first run was all about ski passes and like, oh yeah, I have this really awesome ski pass.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh, sorry, I'm not imitating Emily. That's actually
I was gonna say,
me.
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't have a pass.
Sorry. Yeah, I realized that came across rude, but I was actually making fun of myself. Like, oh wow, I have this awesome ski pass.
That's exactly how you sound too, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, do you want to do another run and we can finish our story on the next lift? And then we kept doing runs the rest of the day. I remember asking Emily if she was by herself because I didn't want her to like be missing friends or whatever. And she was like, kind of. That's a very weird...
That's complicated. We'll need another chairlift chat for that. And then my favorite part of all of this was that Scott did have a backpack full of beer, and he opens up his backpack, he pulls out a purple haze treehouse, cracks it open, takes a swig, and then looks at me and goes, "You want some? It's good."
You want some?
It's not poison, I promise.
It's not poison. I just took a sip. And I was like, okay, creepy man. I guess I'll try it. Who turns down alcohol? Not me.
I was going to say, it was more like, do you want a beer? Yeah, in retrospect, it was very creepy. And then I was showing Emily around Okemo for that whole afternoon. I remember there was one point, it was the second to last run of the day. My legs were tired. I went over this little like bump and just kind of landed on like the backpack of beer and whatever. And Emily was like,
he flew in the air like 4 feet.
Did he get big air?
He got huge air.
Oh.
Yeah, huge air. So he went up in the air and then just went splat. It felt like a cartoon character. And so I ski up to him. I'm like all concerned. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, are you okay? And then he looks at me and goes,
I think she wants you to say something, Tara. And in a typical, coupley way, that
like,
should happen.
finish my sentence.
meow. That's not the right thing. So Emily skis up to me and is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, are you okay? And I said, yeah, the only thing that hurts is my ego. Oh, so romantic.
Great pickup line.
Yeah, definitely romantic.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, he asked for my number, and I actually gave him the real one. You know what?
No 555.
I'll trust this. Yeah, I didn't switch a digit. Maybe this will be something. Just maybe. So that's our story.
Well, there you have it, Ski Fam. The skiing love story of the century. That's how Tardif and Emily came to be, and now I get to be blessed by knowing both of them and by skiing with both of them, and it's great.
I was gonna try to come up with like a third wheel nickname for you, but
No, it's okay. I'm good. I have the Ski Fam. Ski Fam, these two wonderful people are taken, but it's just me and you then. Let's do it, Ski Fam. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's unfortunate that COVID's kind of preventing people from really being on chairlifts with other people.
Yeah.
Like our friend Kate, she went to Sunday River, I think, and they literally wouldn't let a single other person on her lift, no matter what the size of the lift was. And so she had to ski the entire day by herself. So it's kind of unfortunate that that's where we are, but I think we'll be back to normal next year.
Hopefully.
And you can find your own love, Ski Fam, if you haven't already.
That was hopeful.
So speaking of Ski Fam, we had asked you guys a couple weeks ago on our Instagram to share some of your favorite memories. We're talking a lot about the things we love, but these are probably some memories that you guys have and love from your experiences on the mountain. So we got a couple responses, and we wanted to make sure we gave the shout outs that we promised to all of the people who did respond.
Yeah, so our friend Jody, her favorite ski memory. It was actually a really nice cabin that we did at New Year's with a group of about 16 of us. And then maybe 8 of us went skiing at Hunter Mountain. And honestly, it was actually the worst conditions I've ever experienced. It was 6 trails. The family fun zone became the family clusterfuck zone. But it was honestly like a good memory. I think we only spent like 2 or 3 hours on the mountain.
Was the rest of it après?
Yes, very much après. Maybe that's why it's a favorite memory. That's a good point. Shout out to Derek. His favorite ski memory is also my favorite ski memory. So I might save that one for a little bit later when we kind of go into that ourselves. Our friend Kate, Emily, you want to talk about the disgusting hot tub memory that she has? All 3 of us are there for that.
I know.
Yeah, we all experienced that.
Yeah,
Feel free to jump in on that scum pond.
Yeah, basically. Like, we were staying in Whistler and there was a hot tub and we had maybe 6 people and it probably had a max capacity of 4. So after having 6 people in there at once, there was enough water that left. So it wasn't cleansing itself efficiently enough.
We used it for 2 days.
Yeah.
But I think the 3rd day we opened it up and we're like, this looks sketchy. This is wrong.
There's film.
I think Kate and I still got into it.
Yeah.
For a little bit on that last day because we were like, it's a hot tub. It's probably fine. It was fine, but it was very gross.
It was a green film on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I actually don't think you guys had the lights on when you went in initially, because I feel like I remembered we turned on the lights and everyone was like, oh my God, get out of the hot tub.
I also, for Kate to choose hot tub, like she's literally skied all across the States now and like in Canada. And it's hilarious to me that this is the one she chose out of all like ski related memories. So
it's a good one.
It's a good one. And then Steve said that his favorite ski memory was when our friend Jackie hit her head on the mountain and had a concussion.
Yeah, what a dick move, Steve.
Yeah, way to Jerry this moment.
Yeah, ugh, gross. Can't believe we had to shout out to Steve there.
Although, shout out Steve.
Hey, Steve. One of our best listeners.
But thanks everyone for interacting and sharing those memories. So Tardif, you said that Derek's memory was the same as your favorite memory. So what's your favorite memory? Let's jump into that now.
So Derek and I were with our friend Mitch at Sunapee. Mitch and I were beginner snowboarders. Derek was super patient.
Aww.
Mitch and I were at the point where we were comfortable enough going down the bunny slope and doing the baby terrain park at that point. While Mitch and I are binding into our snowboards, Derek's just spinning around on his skis, going in circles, just for fun. And then he catches an edge and just like falls over and is laying on the ground. And this group of kids who are probably like 4 or 5, the kid in the front is on a leash with the instructor behind him. And the instructor says to all the kids, "Okay, kids, go around him," to Derek, who's on the ground. And it was so, like, he said it so patronizing. Oh my God, it was so funny. Derek, who is the best of the 3 of us, was just laying on the ground, and this instructor just shat on him in front of these kids who were on leashes.
It's very,
God,
very
so
demeaning.
Yeah, that's so mean.
Yeah.
Emily, what's yours?
Oh, meeting Scott.
Oh, that's so nice that you think meeting me was your favorite time on the mountain. Thank you.
Oh, what?
No, we're not even going to give me that one.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Meeting Tardif.
It works because you said Scott and not Tardif.
I know.
Come on.
Meeting Tardif. I'd be remiss not saying so.
Okay, so what's your other non-obligatory favorite memory?
I would say Snow Basin right now. It changes every day. I don't typically have favorites, but the first thing that popped in my mind was Snow Basin, and I honestly hurt my back before, and Scott Tardif was incredible because he would help me with my skis and go into the gondolas and all of that. But I get to the top, and it was so clear and beautiful. You could see Flat Valley and then Salt Lake City, or a town at least, and then in the distance.
Ogden. Yeah.
What was it?
Ogden. You could see Ogden, and then you could see Great Salt Lake in the back behind that, and then you could see the mountains farther out.
Yeah, it was just breathtaking. Yeah, I think just the views.
Awesome.
How about you, other Scott?
Yeah. I'm actually going to share two because I want to share one which will show the origin of Sticks Up Russ. So this is when I was teaching my friend Russell, who's come on a lot of trips with us, and he's gotten a lot better than this story, so please don't judge him. But he was learning how to ski. We were on the bunny slope at Killington, and he's got ski poles. And he's holding his ski poles up in the air, like out in front of him, not down at his sides on the mountain. They're like, he would have shanked somebody if they got too close. And that's where the nickname Sticks Up Russ comes from. I don't think it's necessarily a Russell approved nickname, but it's the one you got, kid. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
He shouldn't have been out there shanking people.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think my actual favorite ski memory was at Park City. We just came out of the woods. There was this little jump that we were all looking at and thinking, oh, that's not going to be so bad. Let's try it. And then Tardif was the first one. He goes down, goes over it. No, you went around it. Did you go over it or around it?
You know what I think I did? I think I just slowed down before it and kind of just like creeped over it.
Right.
Oh,
and then I got to the bottom and you guys were giving me shit.
This.
Yeah, so Emily and I are up there. We're heckling the shit out of this kid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, weep, why'd you slow down? Loser, because you're a snowboarder. And so I went next, and I'm like, I got this, extreme. And, it did not go well. I did not land it. I fell pretty hard. And then I got up and got my skis, and it was Emily's turn. And Emily, I'll let you tell your experience of it from here.
Pretty much the same thing. I'm like, all right, I got this. These two can't make this jump. I'm big air archer. I got this. And so I go and I just like face plant again, like wipe out the whole thing. I completely bombed the jump and it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was just so ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two were giving me all this shit, and then bam, they both lost their skis.
Just like, I think it was just an icy patch at the bottom of it. I really don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's nothing to do with our skill. It was the conditions.
Yeah, of
and
course.
like our skis were fresh wax. They were slippery. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, really though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keeping on the theme of the episode with love, we have a lot of different things that we can talk about that we love.
We've talked about skiing, but like, where do we love skiing? What are our favorite mountains here?
My first love of a mountain would be Killington. That's where I learned. That's where I frequented the most in grad school. I know that mountain like the back of my hand. I know what trails I love and don't love, and it's the one for me.
Aw.
Ooh. Yeah, I definitely love Killington as well. My home mountain has been mostly Okemo. I used to go up with Derek all the time to Okemo, and just a bunch of friends from Yukon or whatever is on our path, so that's kind of my love. And, fortunately or unfortunately, I met Emily there.
You met your love at your love.
Aww.
Wow.
Whoa.
Loveception.
I think for me, obviously Okemo, but I also really love the view at Sunapee. I also learned and frequented Waterville. I love them all. Gotta ski them all.
Actually, that works.
Gotta ski them all. Skiers unite.
I didn't have anything good to contribute.
Clearly.
Well, let's dive even deeper then. So trails. One of my favorite trails and one of the trails that I absolutely love and I will go down over and over and over is Chute at Killington. It's one of those straight down the middle trails, not windy.
Mm-hmm.
You just go. I used to just fly down. And I still try to, but they did put some of those like barriers to slow people down at a trail at like an intersection. So
stupid yellow veil
the
flags.
nerve.
Yeah, like come on, I want to go fast. If they don't see me coming, that's their problem.
You're
not
too
mine.
fast. They won't see you coming.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I can tell you a trail I don't love, and that's Goat at Stowe. It's a double black. It is all huge moguls and very, very narrow and relatively steep. And it took me like 45 minutes to get down.
I accidentally brought Emily onto that trail. I was like, Emily, you want to go to Goat or you want to go this other way? And I think she pointed the other way, and I was like, all right. And then I went on Goat, and then she got stuck on this trail that was fairly shitty for that spring day or whatever it was.
And it was icy. It was terrifying. And then there was this old man who was skiing past me, and He was just going down like it was nothing. And I'm like, how are you doing this without fear? I just don't understand, sir.
I'm with you on not loving super steep, icy Mowgli trails. It can really ruin the experience trying to just suffer down a bad Mowgli trail where the conditions aren't right or your legs are tired at the end of the day. So I'm with you in not loving those.
Mm-hmm. Emily and I have been on that a couple times at the Castle Rocks section of Sugarbush. It's a little rough in April sometimes. But I have a couple of favorite trails at Okemo. I really like Upper Chief and Lower Chief, as well as Upper World Cup and Lower World Cup.
Are those all the blacks that come off of that blue on like the left side? Or whatever, you know, I guess when you're looking at the map, it's on the left, but it's probably the right side of the mountain.
It's right on the left. Yeah, it's on the right side of the mountain, right below the Sunburst 6.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite part of the mountain,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I love that section.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a showboat factor when you're going onto that Sunburst 6.
Because you know everybody's head is going like, ooh, look at them. Ooh, look at them. I wonder if I can jump from here.
Yeah, not that we do anything showboaty, but still. And then my other one was at Snow Basin, which is one of my favorite mountains. Back in 2002, when they had the Winter Olympics at Salt Lake City, they had them at Park City, and some of them were also at Snow Basin. And there's a trail from the peak all the way to the bottom, and it's known as Grizzly. And that's where they had the men's downhill race. And it was really cool going down that last year, but doing like the same run that the professionals did. I mean, obviously I didn't go as fast, but I didn't have any issues going down it. So that was cool.
It was very cool. I watched him from the gondola.
Look at you. Olympic athlete.
Yeah. Olympic athlete.
With a beer pack. I think the only Olympic games you would be able to win in is beer Olympics.
Beer bowl.
Sorry, that was a little mean.
Oh, no, it's true.
Shots fired.
Ooh, you guys want to do a shot? How about your favorite trips? Any favorite trips here? No? All right.
I have one. I have a nice memory. It was a girls' trip to Stowe with my mom, actually. The conditions were like fine at Stowe. I don't think we ever hit great conditions, but our opera game was strong. Like we hit up breweries, drank bottles of wine. We went to the spa. It was awesome. A really nice, well-rounded ski weekend with all of the things I wouldn't necessarily do without her. And then Whistler was really fun.
Whistler was great the time I was there. Park City both times was great, but there was a group of us in grad school that got together and rented a condo at Killington. It was right on the mountain, and we would just go ski all day. We'd come back and just cook a bunch of food for dinner, hang out, drink, play board games, watch a movie, whatever, and then get up the next morning, cook a bunch of food again for breakfast, and get back on the mountain. So it was partially because of the food. Those are definitely some of the trip that I really loved.
Did they have lots of chicken wings?
No, I mean, I think we did like chicken parm, where I breaded the chicken and fried it and everything. Legit, lots of food was cooked, no shortcuts.
My favorite trip was my first one out west, and it was kind of the opposite. It wasn't like we didn't really cook meals. It was just like Team Degenerate. It was a couple of my friends growing up from Holland. It was Devin, Pat, Mickey, Colin. So I met Kate out there as well. She met some of my friends from home. I got to meet Rad Dad Mike for the first time, so that was pretty cool. And then Kate, Mike, and I, we ended up going out to Steamboat, and that was an amazing powder day. I actually had the best powder on that trip too, so that definitely contributed to it being a very fun trip.
Sweet. Well, I think that's enough to talk about love for one episode. We just want to say we absolutely love you, Ski Fam. It's been great so far. We hope you stick with us. We hope you love us in the way that we love you, and we appreciate all of your support.
We love you, Ski Fam. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Go love yourself. No, that didn't come out right.
Or maybe just Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Maybe we just end it by saying something a little cleaner. Happy Valentine's Day, Ski Fam.
You rock.
I had something in my head, and I forgot it like 10 minutes ago. And like, that just came out bad.
All right. Thanks for listening to Ski Speak. Join us next time as we continue the stories, facts, laughs, and of course the embellishment. See you on the mountain, Ski Fam.
sexy, goggled hands.
That was so good.
I can't redo that.
Holy shit. I literally have a boner right now. Wow.
Ooh, temperature just raised. Trying to strap on your bindings and then getting a pull up your butt.
All right.
We'll see.
Maybe you could do like pulls up your butt sexual and then while you're trying to get in your bindings. Because like that part's unsexy. It's the pull in your butt that's sexy.
And we're your late night hosts. I am hot.
Hot.
Speak
This is going to be the best blooper that they've ever had. All right, ready? Let's try it again. I'll be more composed.
Bye, Ski Fam. Thanks for listening.